Hello, my name is Dawn from Infinite You Life Coaching, and I'm joined today by my pups, though you can only see Chanel. Today we'll be doing a yin practice, and our yin practice will be to release the trapped deep emotion that gets into our myofascia, gets into our muscles. So we'll be working on doing some deep releases today. We're going to start with a couple of gentle movements, then we'll work through our yin poses. Not all, but most yin poses have a little counter pose afterwards, and then we'll end in Savasana. Before we start any of that, I'm gonna walk us through our settling in, intention, and a short little meditation just to set us in the right place. So go ahead and find a comfortable spot on your mat. Let's go ahead and arrive. So once you have a comfortable seat, take a look around the room and find something that you find brings you comfort and ease, just in case you need to ground back to this moment of being completely comfortable. So once you have that, you can gently close your eyes or soften your gaze, and seated in a comfortable position, just allow your body to sink into the mat. As you do that, you're noticing the points that are touching the floor and feeling that the ground is supporting you, that every piece of you is being supported right now. You could melt into the mat. Maybe your hands are on your thighs or your knees, and again, your hands are being supported by your knees. Your knees are being supported by your legs are being supported by the floor. And as you take your next inhale, you're going to allow that nice tall extension of your spine, like a string was pulling your head up. And then just continuing to breathe. Every exhale allowing you to root down into the earth and feel that security. Every inhale, feeling the call of this piece of you upward. It shouldn't be tremendous effort, just a lengthening. The pieces of you that feel light, allow them to be light. The pieces of you that are heavy, allow them to be heavy. And then bringing your attention to your breath, you'll feel that inhale pass through your nostrils, how that air is so cool. And the exhale, whether through your nose or your mouth, is now so warm. A cool, slow breath in, and a warm, long breath out. Continuing to allow those parts of you to rise and sink into the floor. As we move through our practice today, and we hold our poses, it's important for you to allow gravity to do its work. So feel gravity in this moment. Feel that there's no forcing, just allowing. Allowing gravity to pull your sit bones down into the floor. Allowing the floor to support you. And as we sit, I'm going to walk us through a short meditation. So not only are you aware of gravity pulling down, you're also inviting or maybe acknowledging what it feels like to be safe. Think about, relate to something that you do that welcomes safety, or embraces safety. What does safety feel like? And see if you can welcome that into every cell of your being. Maybe silently repeating, I am safe. I am comfortable. I trust. And allow your body to soften into that sense of safety. And by sense, I mean feeling, that you can feel what it feels like to be safe. If you do sense any tension in this moment, you can bring safety to that area. Allow it to soften. Allow your cells to trust you and the universe. And with this sense of trust and safety, we are also going to welcome in love. Not just love from others, but most importantly, love for ourselves. In any practice, or throughout each and every day, in our day-to-day moments, it becomes important that we hold self-love. We have compassion for ourselves. And as we walk into our yin practice today, we welcome that self-love. We welcome that love to encourage us to listen. Listening to what your body's telling you. Listening to what your breath is telling you. And as we listen, we welcome ourselves to take a different pose, or to back off the pose that we're in. Because we're welcoming safety and trust. And our body begins to trust us as we listen. So let's set an intention for our practice today. Our intention is that these yin postures are not merely ways to stretch and loosen our bodies. They're a way for us to release trapped emotions. It's not important that we know what those emotions are, only that we let go. So our intention can be, I am open to allow this deep emotion to release. I let go. I set the intention of allowing this deep emotion to release. I let go. Let's take a long, slow, deep breath in. And ever so gently, let that go. We're going to do that again. A long, slow, deep breath in. And release that breath. And when it feels comfortable, you can flutter your eyes open. And we're going to begin our practice using the circle of joy breathing. So we're going to inhale and bring our palms together at heart center. Exhale, we're going to interlace our fingers with our right thumb on top. And exhale as we push our palms forward, maybe curving our spine and dropping our head. Inhaling, taking our hands up to the sky, opening our chest, extending our spine. Exhale, bring your hands behind, same thumb on top, and extending your hands down and away from you. Inhaling, bringing your palms to center. We're going to do this 3 more times, interlacing your fingers, left thumb on top, extending your palms as you exhale, curving your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, bringing your palms up to the sky, extending your spine, opening your heart. Exhale, bring your hands behind, left thumb on top, fist down and away from you as you open your heart. And then inhale, bring palms to heart center. Interlacing your fingers, exhale with that right thumb on top. Inhale, your hands up, open heart. Exhale, palms behind you, right thumb on top, fists down and away from you, opening your chest. Inhale, bringing your hands to prayer. Exhale, this time left thumb on top. Exhaling as you push away, dropping your chin to your chest. Inhale, palms to sky, heart open. Exhale, left thumb on top. And then fist down and away. Taking one more breath, just relaxing your arms. Feel that safety. Coming into a tabletop position, you want your hands directly under your shoulders and knees directly below your hips. From here, we're just gonna do some hip rotations. So taking your hips in a clockwise direction, this can look any way that feels right. We're just looking to add some gentle motion into our hips. And we'll take it in the other direction. Whatever feels good. Small circles, big circles, figure eights. Whatever it is that your body's asking for. And from here, we're going to come into our first yin position. So bringing your knees and your toes together, we're going to be coming into a child's pose. You can always put a blanket between your feet and your bottom. You can put a blanket underneath your knees, or you could even take a bolster and put it in front of you or a pillow in front of you, tucking it under your belly just to give you comfort. We're going to be holding this pose for 3 minutes. So maybe you want a block or a pillow under your head. Whatever feels comfortable. Now, as you enter a yin position, you're looking to find your edge. Now, for some of us, there may be no edge in child's pose, so this is just complete release. But maybe you do feel tension here. And if you do, you want to adjust your body so that you feel that edge, that moment of tension. You want to back off just a little bit because you're holding it for 3 minutes. There should never be a time that you're in pain or have a sharp shooting pain for any of the poses that we do today. You're welcome to use anything you have as a way to kind of nest your body into the position that you want to be in. And from there, you're just going to allow gravity to pull you down. Never forcing. You can bring your attention to your breath. You can bring your attention to sensation. And remind yourself that you are open. Open to release what no longer serves you. And you can remind yourself that you are safe.
Continuing to breathe, allowing your body to be heavy. And as we allow gravity to pull us down, there may be a point where you feel that you're ready to go a little deeper. And with intention, not fidgeting, not just random movement, you can allow yourself to go a little deeper. Let's take a long, slow, deep breath in our position. And have complete surrender on the exhale. Again, inhale. And soften on the release of the breath. When it feels comfortable, you can take your palms back towards your knees and gently use your palms to push up back into a seated position. From here, we're going to move into our second yin pose, which is going to be puppy pose. So walking our hands forward, bringing our hips directly above our knees. We're going to extend our hands forward and rest our forehead on the floor. Now, this might be too much, so there are options of different ways of finding what is going to work best for you. You can put a block under your head and see if that gives you some release. If that isn't working for you, then another thing you could do is put blocks under your elbows. And with your elbows on the blocks, you can bring your hands above in prayer so that your elbows are bent. You can also take this pose, you can also take the pose with your hands above your head in prayer with your elbows on the floor as well. And we're going to hold this pose for the next few minutes. So again, finding your edge and maybe finding a way to back off just a little bit. Your hips should be directly over your knees. And you're breathing. Now as we work into our hips and our shoulders and our back, these are common areas where we hold a lot of tension. That tension is where we store that trapped emotion. So communicate with your body, allow your body to release what no longer serves it. It's not uncommon to feel that emotion with tears coming forward or feelings of anger. Whatever that emotion will be, you may experience it. And our goal is to just allow. Allow and let go. Continuing to breathe. And then taking a long, slow, deep breath in. And allowing your body to soften on that exhale. Another long, slow, deep breath in. And again, just allow your body to be heavy, allowing gravity to do its work. And from here, you're going to slowly walk your elbows off of the blocks if they were on blocks. And we're going to come up into a cat-cow position, so maybe setting your blocks off to the side. Again, shoulders directly over wrists and hips directly over your knees. And we're going to take some cat-cows. So inhaling, we're going to allow our belly to fall towards the floor, taking our gaze up to the sky, shoulders away from your ears. Exhaling, curving your spine, starting in your tailbone and like a little wave coming down with the end being your chin to your chest. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, coming into cat, opening your heart. Exhale, pushing into your hands as you curve your spine and bring your chin to your chest. 1 more time. Inhale, bringing your gaze up to the sky. And exhale, bringing your chin to chest. From here, we're going to come into our next yin posture. So taking your right foot, you can work your foot's way up to next to your right hand. So outside next to your right hand. And then we're just going to walk that back leg so that it's in a little bit more straight position. Coming into a winged dragon. So from here, you can stay in this position, so giving options once again. You could always put blocks under your hands if that's more comfortable. So we can start here with the blocks. If that's feeling okay and you want to take the next step, then from there you would come down onto your hands. From here, you can try taking your right foot onto this outer blade. You could see past Chanel. And then you're going to just roll onto that pinky side and allow your right knee to just drop out to the side. If this is feeling comfortable, you can then come down onto your elbows. You could have a block in front of you to rest your head. And from here, just breathing. Again, we're looking for that edge. So if you felt that with your hands on the blocks and your arms straight, that's where you're going to stop. And again, just allowing gravity to do its work. Your job is to soften. Can you allow this position? Can you accept what you feel? And then soften on the exhale. If you have any discomfort in your knee, in the back, you could always put a blanket under there just to soften underneath. And although we are softening, there are some muscles that are working right now. Allowing your elbows to push into the mat, so that you're not sinking into your shoulders, caving in your spine. And just scanning your body, where else can you soften? Where else can you release? Is there any trapped emotion here? Can I let it go? If there's ever a position that becomes too much, you just back step to the one before. If you came down to your elbows, you'll go up to your hands. If that still seems like too much, you can bring that winged knee back in with your foot flat on the floor. You control your practice. What is your body asking for? What is it telling you? We'll take a long, slow, deep breath here. And soften on that exhale. Taking another long, slow, deep breath in. And surrender to this pose. When it feels comfortable, we'll start by coming back up onto our hands, returning the foot back to its position. And from here, we're just going to heel toe that right foot to the center in between your hands. Now we'll be coming into a half split. So for me, everyone's body's a little different. I need to walk my foot a little forward. So just finding the position that feels right. Our hips should still be directly above our knee. So that's where I'm deciding, where is my foot right? From here, imagine ever so slightly bringing your right hip back and your left hip forward. If it's more comfortable for you to have blocks here, you can put some blocks down, and we'll extend our spine so that your tailbone and the top of your head are moving in opposite directions. From here, you can also push your right heel into the floor, maybe even energetically, not actually, but energetically moving that heel back like you were dragging it. And just breathe. If it feels comfortable, you can allow your upper body to soften, bringing your forehead towards your knee and your shin. And we'll just take a few breaths here. And when it feels right, we'll just bend that foot once more. Again, I'm going to set my blocks to the side. And we're just going to continue to heel toe our foot to the left side of the mat as we come into our sleeping pigeon. So your heel can be as close to your hips as is comfortable. You can take a blanket or a block and prop up that right hip if that's more comfortable. And then we're just going to take an inhale as we extend our spine up. And then exhale, we're just gently walking our hands forward, maybe coming onto our elbows, maybe putting a block so we can rest our head, maybe coming down a little lower, or even allowing yourself to come down with your head on the mat. You're listening to what your body is asking for. And here we're just breathing. Wherever you are in this position, allowing gravity to pull you down. Softening wherever you think there might be tension. Just allowing. Again, asking, is there any trapped emotion here? I allow it to be released. And breathe. Whatever comes up, just allow it. And take a long, slow, deep breath in. And allow yourself to soften on that exhale. Another long, slow, deep breath in. And let it all go. When you're ready and it feels comfortable, you can start working your way back up into a seated position. We're going to push into our palms as we just bring our right knee back into tabletop. We're going to take that same series of poses on the other side, so you might want to have your blocks ready. So starting by bringing your left foot to the outside of your left hand. And then allowing that back leg just to open up. You can stay here. If this is feeling uncomfortable, bringing some blocks at whatever height underneath your hands will make it more comfortable. If you're not needing the blocks, you can set those aside. And then from there, you would roll your left foot onto that pinky toe side and allow your left knee to drop away. This might be where you feel your edge and you would stop here. If you feel like you want to go a little more, then you would come down onto your elbows. Maybe resting your head on a block, or you can allow your head to fall forward. And then just relax. Allow your breath and gravity to lead the way. If something hurts or feels uncomfortable, it's your body telling you to go back to the previous step. It's never a competition. It's how can I gently assist my body to move forward. You should be so comfortable that you can soften in the pose. Pain causes us to tense up and we can no longer surrender to the pose. And now just breathe. Allowing every exhale to be a surrender to gravity. Every inhale, scanning and looking to where there might be something to release. Just let go. And take a long, slow, deep breath in. And ever so gently let that go. Another long, slow, deep breath in. And just surrender. And when you're ready, you'll gently bring your foot flat if it was on its side. And wherever you are, walk heel toe, your left foot in between your hands. And then from here, we're going to come into our half split on the left side. So again, our hip will be over our knee. So if you need to walk that foot forward just a little bit, allowing your toes to point towards the sky, maybe having blocks on either side. And then really extending your tailbone and the tip of your head away from each other. Allowing that left hip to move back just a little bit and the right hip to move forward. Toes still pointing up or towards your body. And then maybe allowing your heel to push down into the mat, energetically moving that heel like you were dragging it. And if it feels comfortable, you can allow your forehead to just relax down towards your shin and your knee. And just breathe. On your next inhale, we're going to bend that left knee again, and setting our blocks to the side if you were using them. From here, we're going to heel toe, continuing to walk our left foot to the right side of the mat. Maybe bringing your foot back a little as you drop your left knee towards your left thumb. And then just adjusting your body as you come into our sleeping pigeon. Again, if it's comfortable, more comfortable for you to have some kind of support under that left hip, you can have a blanket, a pillow, a block. You'll know if that hip is staying very, very high. From here, you can come down, so maybe coming down onto your elbows. Don't forget your left foot can be very close to your hips, whatever feels comfortable, and then just allowing your body to come forward. Maybe putting your head on a block. And then just allowing your body to relax. Inhaling pure, positive, healing energy into your body, into that tension that you may feel. And every exhale, softening another muscle, another part of your body. And inquiring into your hip if there's any emotion that needs to be released. Allowing it to go, not needing to know what it was or what it was from. Just letting go of what no longer serves you. Continuing to breathe and surrender to gravity. Allowing that breath to move into your hip. And taking a long, slow, deep breath in. And softening a little bit more on that exhale. Again, a long, slow, deep breath in. And just surrender to your mat. Here, just using your hands to walk yourself back up. And this time, as we come back up, we're going to lean onto this left hip. And we're just going to bring our legs around. And from here, just leaning back on your hands, we're going to come into some windshield wipers. So just allowing your knees to fall side to side, maybe releasing any tension that's in your hips. And then crossing your feet, we're going to come back into what I've been taught as the tadpole position. So you're bringing your big toes together and allowing your knees to be very wide. Listening to your body here, so my knees are wide off the mat. So this is kind of like a precursor to the frog pose. If it's comfortable for you, or more comfortable for you, you can take and put a bolster or stack some pillows in front of you. And we're just going to walk our body forward and allow our body to become heavy. Now, our goal here is to feel some sensation in between on those inner thighs and that groin area. So if you're not feeling it with the pillow, you can come down a little bit further onto your elbows and then just continue. And you're always welcome to try widening your knees a little bit more to find that sensation. But coming into a position where you feel some sensation on your inner thigh. And it's a complete surrender pose. There really is nothing to hold up. So maybe becoming aware of the points that you're contacting your mat and the floor. Feeling those points support you. Knowing that you have the compassion to not take your body too far. Listening to what your body's telling you. And just breathing. Breathing into that area where you have sensation. And allowing your entire body to soften on the exhale. Not just your inner thigh. Even your face. Your eyes can be heavy. Your jaw can be heavy. Allowing your shoulders to just sink into this pose. Always asking, where else can I soften? And then adding the question of, is there something I need to release here? I allow this emotion to go. I let go. And taking a long, slow, deep breath in. Continue to soften on that exhale. Another long, slow, deep breath in. And surrender to this pose. And when it feels comfortable, you can raise your head and just kind of push into your elbows, depending where you are. Walking your hands back up. We're just going to start bringing our knees in. Just go slow. You might have some tension there. We're going to come into crocodile pose onto our bellies. So allowing your toes to be flat on the mat. Feet can be as wide as comfortable. And then just crossing your arms, making a pillow for your head. Now in this position, let's rock our hips left to right. If you want to try doing windshield wipers this way, you can. So just bending your knees and again, rocking back and forth, but it's whatever feels good to you in this moment. And just rocking and releasing anything that's left over, any tension. Again, it's like rocking a baby as well. It's comforting. From here, we're going to take our yin pose into our shoulder. So if your blocks are at the side, you're just going to set those to the side. We're going to take our left arm and extend it straight out to the side. So once you have it coming straight from your shoulder, you're going to take your left cheek and put your left cheek on the mat. And then you can stay here, or you can take your right hand, palm on the mat, and then we're just going to push into the right hand as we roll onto our side. Now, another way to do that is to bend the right knee, push into the right hand, and just ever so slowly coming around, maybe putting your toes or your foot down on the other side. And depending on your body and what feels good for you, you might want to readjust to have your left arm a little bit higher than straight out from your shoulder. And remember, you just want the edge. You don't want to go too deep. Even if you're just have your arm out to the side and that's enough. As long as you're feeling the edge, your body is getting benefit. And continuing to breathe here. Where else can you soften? If it ever becomes too much, you can always bring your body back towards the mat. And first try stacking your legs. Maybe coming back down onto your belly. Always listening for what your body's asking for. Of course, your body might also be saying, you can go a little deeper. And take a long, slow, deep breath here. And allow everything to soften on that exhale. Again, feeling that sensation of safety. One more long, slow, deep breath in. And gently let that go. And ever so slowly rewinding, so bringing your legs back together, rolling back onto your belly. And we're going to take that right to the other side, so extending your right arm out to the side. bringing your right cheek onto the mat. Left palm is touching the mat, either rolling onto your hips this way or bending that left knee and allowing that left toe or left foot to come onto the ground behind you. And then gently allowing your body to start tipping back. It never tips all the way, but it's a leaning in. And listening to your body if you need to adjust your arm to a certain position. And once you have the spot that works for you, you're just breathing. Allowing that shoulder to open. Allowing any trapped emotions to be let go. Allowing other parts of your body to soften as well. Just breathe. Let's take a long, slow, deep breath in. And trying to soften just a little bit more. Another long, slow, deep breath in. And just surrender to your mat. When it feels comfortable, slowly unwinding your body back to your belly. And we're going to push up here. You can take a quick child's pose just to allow your arms to come forward. And then we're just going to come up to the front of our mat and reverse ourselves so that we can come onto our back. And from here, if you have a pillow, a bolster, you're going to put that behind you. If you don't have a pillow or a bolster, you could always use blocks with a blanket on top or several blankets. And you're going to bring it right up to your tailbone. And from here, we're going to lean back onto our support with our feet out in front of us. You can decide if you want feet together or feet apart. And arms are going to be wide for a supported fish. This is a complete surrender here. There's nothing to hold up. Any tension you feel, we're going to soften. Give that area permission to soften. And just breathe. Allow your body to let go. Release any tension. Just allow your body to be wherever it is in this moment. And let's take a long, slow, deep breath in. And gently let that go. Another long, slow, deep breath in. And just surrender. And when it feels comfortable, we're just going to walk our feet so that our soles of our feet are down. And then just allow your body to roll off of that bolster or pillow or support. You can just slide it away from you so that you can come down onto your back. And we're going to be coming into a supine twist. So go ahead and have your arms out to a T. And then from here, let's just bring our right heel, right leg straight, heel down, toes up. And then bring that left leg so that the knee is bent, and just allowing the left leg to come over. Now, if you have a bolster and you want to put the bolster under your knee, so hard to see from that side, so I'm just going to switch sides so you can see. If you want to put the bolster under your knee as you have your arms out to a T, you could totally do that. Or you can just do the standard arms out to a T and bring the knee over. Now, if you're having discomfort and you don't have a really big bolster, another thing you can do is if you just push into your feet and just shift your hips to the left side, you can then find a little bit more comfort as you bring your knee over. Now, your left shoulder should be on the floor. If that knee is unsupported, you could put a block under it because it's not touching the floor. Depending how close, you could put a fist under your knee. Again, you also have your bolster, so you can also do that. So after bringing your knee over, you're just surrendering. Allowing your body to relax. Gaze can be up at the ceiling, or you can be gazing to your left fingertips. And then taking a long, slow, deep breath in. Allowing your body to soften just a little bit more on the exhale. Let's do that one more time. Long, slow, deep breath in. And exhale. So then bring your left leg back up to neutral. You can put your foot down. If you had shifted your hips, bring your hips back to neutral. Just going to give our knees a hug in between, maybe a rock side to side, and then bringing your left heel down with your legs straight, arms out to the side, right knee is bent, and then again, you can just bring your knee over and stay there. You could put a bolster alongside of you to support your knee. You could also push into the floor, shift your hips to the right, rebend the knee, and bring it over onto a bolster or onto your fist, a block, a blanket. And gaze can be up to the ceiling, or you can take your gaze to your right palm. and just breathe. Allow your body to completely relax, letting go of that habitual tension that you hold. You may need to scan and say, where else can I soften? Where else am I holding tension? Just let go. And let's take a long, slow, deep breath in. And let it all go on that exhale. Another long, slow, deep breath in. And just let go. And when it feels comfortable, just bring ourselves back to neutral. Maybe pushing our foot into the mat to bring our hips back to center. You can take your bolster and set it aside as we come into Savasana. So for Savasana, you're going to have your feet relaxed as they fall to the side. Arms are out to the side. If you really enjoyed that supported fish pose, you could always do a supported Shavasana. And to do that, you would just take your support, put it behind your tailbone, and allow yourself to relax over, and just really opening that chest. And just letting everything go. This is your opportunity to just let all the poses we took today just sink in. Let your body process what it is that we did, what it is that it let go, whether you know it or not. So let go of trying to control your body, of trying to control your thoughts. Let go of engaging with your body and engaging with your thoughts, and just be. Allow your body to sink down heavily into your mat or into your bolster. When thoughts come, acknowledge them, but don't engage with them. And if you found that you have engaged with them, that's okay. Just float back to this piece of just being. Coming back to your breath. Your breath is always an anchor to that peace within. And now let's gently just deepen our breath. Every inhale a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. Creating that first movement of our body from our very core. And when you feel ready, you can start bringing gentle motion into your toes, maybe rocking your feet and hands side to side gently, maybe even your neck side to side. And when it feels comfortable, bending your knees so that the soles of your feet come down. If you're on the bolster, or even if you're not, just rolling to a comfortable side, maybe using your arm as a pillow. And just take a deep breath here. And when it feels comfortable, just pushing into your hands, maybe leaving your eyes closed or gaze softened. And just coming into a comfortable seat on your mat. And with your palms on your knees and your spine nice and extended and tall, your sit bones grounded into the mat, just notice what you feel. What do you observe in your body? Does it feel any different from the start of practice to now? And just know that regardless of if emotions were released or not, whether you knew it or not, that there was benefit from this practice. That you are gaining connection to your body, and that you're slowing your mind, that you're building connection to your breath. And that as beneficial as this is on the mat, you'll find its benefits off the mat as well, if not more. Feel that energy move through you. Know that there's healing happening right here, right now. Feel your hands on your knees. Feel how there's a connection there. That although physically they are separate, when together they are united. And we too are that way. Although we are separate, we are united. So let's take a long, slow, deep breath in, palms up and out to the sides. Nice, long, deep inhale. Bringing your palms together. Exhaling, bringing your thumbs to your third eye in that spot between your eyebrows. And just awakening those positive, cleansing thoughts. Awakening clarity. And bringing your thumb past your lips down to your throat chakra. Awakening this pure speech coming from truth. And then lowering your palms down to your heart center. And bowing your head down to your heart. And thanking yourself for showing up today. For it's not always easy to show up on our mats. But when we do, we never regret it. So may we remember that. May we remember that the most difficult part is just agreeing to get there. That taking that leaning in, that baby step to just roll out your mat and sit down. I thank you for showing up today. You enhance my practice by showing up. Thank you so much. Namaste.